Throughout American history, various groups of people have been deprived of their rights as human beings in various ways. One of these groups is women, who have been campaigning for greater equality since colonization. In 1898, women were taking matters into their own hands when it came to their political and social rights. The Mindset List's book categorizes the class of 1898 as when women have always ridden bicycles. This phrase is literally and figuratively true. Women began to demand an equal place in society for themselves. However, many traditional values, including fashion, religion, and gender roles, remained. Married women had nearly no legal rights. Their husband controlled their legal status. The suffrage movement began to pick up steam, but not without opposition. Leaders such as Elizabeth Cady Stanton led the fight for women's rights, which culminated in the passing of the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution in 1920. This era preceded and led to lots of positive change, but didn't result in much while within the era. By 1957, women had made incredible strides toward equality. The Total War of 1941 through 1945 sent men off to fight and left women at home, running businesses, factories, and households. Rosie the Riveter helped popularize the idea that women could hold jobs outside the home. For the class of 1957, as they graduated high school, women were a third as likely as men to attend college, drastically different from 1898 when almost no women attended college. However, 2/3 of women did not hold a job outside of the house in 1957. Typical gender stereotypes were pushed by the media and advertisers. The era of the traditional 50s housewife was in full swing. Despite these continuations of traditional values, many women were becoming fed up with their place in society. This contributed to the second wave of feminism in the early 1960s. 2009. Women had achieved levels of equality that Elizabeth Cady Stanton couldn't have even dreamed of. Legally and politically, women are essentially equal to men. For the graduating high school class of 2009, men are only 1% more likely to graduate from college than women. Every day, women have been recognized for their past achievements that during their time were ignored because they were made by women. However, this does not mean that the feminist movements have ceased to exist or that complete equality has been achieved. The gender pay gap remains a large issue for women's rights leaders, as on average, women make 79 cents to a man's dollar. Since 2009, movements such as women's marches have swept the nation in bringing attention to the social issues women still face. From the turn of the 19th century into the 20th and 21st, progress has been made in every aspect of society regarding women. From the time women began riding bicycles, they have gotten the right to vote, started companies, gone to space, and been the presidential nominee. Society's perception of women has always been changing. However, small aspects from the beginning of history remain even today. Although women in American society have always been deemed lesser than men in some way, they have always pushed boundaries and achieved more than anyone thought they could have.